at some budget overruns. Being a current county commissioner, can you explain where the extra dollars will come from to cover those overruns?
So, show me where the budget overruns are. It's a fallacy. What had happened was, in the very beginning, before COVID and all the crazy construction prices went up and all that kind of stuff, the architect we were working with gave us an estimate based on programmatic designs. That is very, very early in the whole entire process. So with that amount, and it was actually a low amount. They just predicted the amount too low. That's just what happened. And so as we got on, as we kept going, and we were going through design, and we got ARPA funds to now pay for the bulk of the Justice Center. By the time the construction company got a hold of it, and with the, might have been 30% or 60% design, I don't know, it's been a while. Then that's when the construction company came forward and said, hey, this is not a $26 million building said and done, and 22 part of it was construction. They said it's a $35 million building. So the commissioners had to make a decision. This expansion was needed. If we put it off 1 year, 2 year, 10 years, was it going to be cheaper? I mean, that's not the way the world, I wish it was the way the world worked. But my crystal ball got dropped when I had kids. So saying that there's cost overruns is not it's not factually accurate. So when we got the construction company on board, who's actually a construction manager general contractor, that was our, the commissioners or the county's representative for the project. So what happens is we have the designer, we have the architect that signed the contract, then we got the construction manager on board. They worked with the architect to say, okay, this is how much your design is going to cost to build, and the commissioners don't like that. We need to cut a few $1 million off this building. So they went to work with the architect, and that's what happened. They ended up cutting off a few $1 million, so which was great. So by the time we broke ground, we were already at least $1 million, if not $2 million below what the construction estimate was. So when we broke ground, and then we had work package 1, work package came in under budget, work package 2, I think came in right around budget. Then work package 3, once again, miracle, okay? The way the bidding went and the way the local construction economy was, we got a spanking good deal, $28.5 million guaranteed maximum price for the construction only. By the time you add in contingency and soft costs, we're up to $36 million turnkey with furniture and all that stuff. So yeah, it looks like terrifying, right? That initial architect estimate, which was way low before all the supply chains, before all the construction labor market happened. So that's where all of that came from. But no, it's actually been a fantastic project. They've actually been doing, Boughton Construction is just amazing, and they're the ones that have done most of the work at the hospital. So it's been a great project, and yeah, I didn't want to build the building in the first place, right? But we have to increase our justice services, otherwise the rest of the county suffers. I mean, might as well just keep building the jail if we can't get people through the court system. And we hadn't had any court facilities increase since 2009, and we had 17 judges. So we had several judges added since 2009. So it was a necessity, but it's how it happens, folks. And I didn't like it that way, but we had ARPA funds to pay for it, and then the interest rate on the ARPA funds provided another, $5 million plus for this. So it's very little tax dollars that are actually going to go towards the building. It might be 2 or 3 million. I don't have the most recent updated numbers. But if you want to contact me, I'm happy to get you that spreadsheet. So yeah, it's kind of So
this is one of those few questions that I'm actually reading verbatim. Usually I edit. So Brett, there's a version on this question specifically for you. What are your thoughts about the overruns?
Well, when it comes to these types of companies, of course, it's a bid to win, right? You shoot the lowest number, and then once you get the contract, then you can manage for profit. And that's how it works. I don't see where in that period of time that there's that much inflation between 22 million to now 35 million. You know, I've watched the commissioner meetings, and you know, there's been some good questions that have been brought in that are not hit on, just like the last one. The prosecutor's office decided, I think it was the prosecutor's office, right, that wanted to remove the wall, and they said that there's a no cost to that. But nobody asked the question except for one person, who was Ron. He said, where's the credit? That's part of the bid. Those are materials that are not going to be used, and the taxpayers are going to be charged for it. Or what about the fact that they made a $16,000 mistake that they have to go ahead and do, but we have an account for that? I don't remember signing up to go ahead and pay for a contractor's mistake for $16,000. Did any of you? Unfortunately, it is what it is. I don't find it to be going to where it's going pleasant when you have meetings that are saying, well, we messed up this, or hey, we're going to add $29,000 in handrails. Or if we would have just moved the elevator over to here, we would have saved $50,000. I don't call that being smooth.